This is the Three Spiritual Chicks. Welcome to episode 20
Woo
of
woo.
season one, y'all. Season one, episode 20. This is actually going to be our last episode before we go into season two. So, thank y'all.
Woo woo. We
I
did.
am Joy. I'm Joy, y'all.
I'm T, aka Rose Red.
And I am Jazz, aka Jazz the Medium. Or shall I say extra large?
Ooh, ooh. I like that.
I get that from my teacher. My teacher called me Jazz the Large. She'd be like, Jazz the Large. I hit him up today and I'm like, nah, I'm Jazz the extra large. He was like, yeah, I like that.
That is
The extra
hilarious.
large.
That's different. Well,
What Kendrick Lamar say? Sometimes we gotta pop out.
Mm-hmm.
Show 'em. People forget
Mm-hmm.
who you are. You gotta remind them, right?
that part.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely at all times.
Yeah, so thank y'all. Thank everyone who's been rocking with us, who's been watching the videos, whether it is some of the lives that we've done, whether it's some of the shorts, TikTok, Facebook, wherever we've posted, YouTube. Thank y'all for just rocking with us. We really appreciate all of y'all support.
And thank every one of our guests that came through in our season one. We appreciate you. There are quite a few that we would love to have back in season two, so we'll be in touch. But yes, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. This is something that came last minute, and Jazz made sure that it happened. So, what our first episode was back in what was that, April? So,
I don't
Yeah.
even know, but we rock that shit though.
Right.
indeed, indeed,
We
nerves
rock
and
it.
all.
And we hang on, you tired and everything, rushing home, trying to feed kids, take care of kids, hop on, handle stuff. Tiara, you in school.
Hmm.
We just hopped on and we said, you know what? We got messages to send. We got people to help. We got purposes. We got healing.
Mhm.
We
And
do.
besides that,
So,
we be having fun. So that's what it's all about.
Yep. Yep.
sometimes we bring them offline conversations online. So y'all get to see behind the scenes when we be having our little get-togethers. Not with everyone, but yeah, some of them conversations be coming up, popping up. Like you just said, popping up and showing. Some of them conversations be like, hold up, wait a minute.
Heck yeah.
But that's what it's all about. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can't believe. Me, I can, right? But it's just like, damn, we really did that. We
Yeah.
did that. With the roller coasters, each of us had. We still showed up for the people. So yeah, like I said, we appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Thank
Full
y'all,
of
thank y'all,
gratitude.
thank y'all for real.
See, but what y'all don't know is that, well, I'm not sure about y'all two, but I haven't really been catching up with y'all like that because the life has been life, and so we haven't been talking as much as we would usually communicate and talk.
Hmm.
So I just want to take a moment to see how y'all all doing, check y'all pulse, and I'm gonna start with Joy. What you been up to?
Mm. Look, y'all about to get us a messy mess. No,
I
I've been
mean,
good. I've been good.
mm, I mean, we gonna be we practicing transparency tonight, cause I mean, after
Yeah, I
you go
mean,
ahead and speak on you
something.
realizing some of your lessons.
Yeah. I don't mind. It is what it is. So, I've been good, pretty much. Um, of course, we went down. My husband had his 40th, so we celebrated his 40th. I sent the girls the pictures.
Mm.
Down
Happy
there.
birthday to your Tony. Them was some
Happy
cute
birthday,
pictures.
Tony.
We should have inserted them. Them was some cute pictures.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you,
some nice
y'all. Thank you.
pictures.
Yeah, and then let's see what else. I've had a couple readings there, so mediumship, and I have one that's doing a referral for somebody else. So
Woo,
um,
woo.
it's been interesting for that. But let's see what else. Realizing different things. So it's been as you guys know, when it comes to the music, I do music as well, or am in the music industry locally here, globally coming up, you know. But it's been some trying times on realizing where I need to be when it comes to, which is kind of crazy because one of our first readings, y'all, that so Jazz put us all together in a group, all of her mentees. We're in a call, and what did I ask? I asked about my business partner. Said, should I do? And Tiara was like, I hear. What did you say, Tiara? It was like, oh,
I was like, "What? Who told you you needed one? Who told you you couldn't do it on your own?"
yeah, when she said that, she sounded like my mama. Like I didn't even hear her voice. I heard my mama's voice for one. And then after that, me and Tierra, of course, we paired together. So that's going back to that conversation. I've been having some little issues when it comes to that. Crazy issues is I tried to talk to Tierra about these scenarios. Every time that I tried to talk to her, she could not hear anything. I was like, what? I was about to cry. I was
Spirit,
like,
shut that shit down.
oh, shut it down. I was like, oh, why? Why you can't let me get advice on this? You know, I was able to get a little bit out eventually, but me and Jazz gonna talk about that too later. Just on direction on that. So that's been what I've been dealing with lately. My son, we have some bangers with his music. So if anyone is interested in himself music, we are releasing his music. He's about to do his drops starting September all the way into next year. So he's been coming with a whole different vibe. I'm loving it
Okay.
because he's getting back to him. So I gotta let y'all hear. He's getting back to him. So I'm super excited about that piece of it and handling the business when it comes to that. But as far as relationships with other people in the industry, we're gonna see how this goes. Yeah, that's all I
Okay.
got to say. Yeah. What's
That was
been going
good.
on, man?
What's going on with you, T? Rose red.
Ooh, where do you want me to start? To piggyback off of something though, the other thing, I don't know if we're gonna bring that up as well because confirmation's been coming for all three of us. Um, Joy, I don't know if you want me to share yours.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Joy had the dreams of the tsunamis and flooding. So as we've seen that globally, and I actually had a dream of a shooting. And no, it was not the shooting in New York. It was actually the shooting that happened in was it Reno at the
Yeah.
casino.
At the casino.
So I saw that before it happened. There's some other things that I dreamed, but I'm gonna talk about that offline. I want to talk about that on the podcast, but definitely that's one thing. Yeah, these past few weeks, my dreams have been actually this past month, especially when I did my spa getaway after the
Hmm.
resort, like the dreams that came through. Um, yeah, it's been a lot. I mean, definitely been receiving a lot of downloads. I've been introduced to some more ancestors. Jazz, I know who my third spirit guide is now.
Let's tell how
so
that
Ah,
happened.
So how did that happen? Me and Joy were on the phone. Hold up, I'm trying to think. I don't remember the exact conversation because she like
You
to
were
get
talking
her
about
own.
what's going about to happen on
You
Friday.
said,
I don't know if you want to talk
oh,
about that.
I really don't. But
Okay.
fuck it.
Yeah.
If y'all gonna put me on it, we just gonna go ahead and do it. Um, so we were talking about, because I have an upcoming medical procedure, and that's what we were discussing, and pretty much my spirit guide. I knew I had three, but I only knew of two. But the third one came through pretty much telling me that everything is going to be okay. Like, why are you stressing? Why are you trying to figure out, like, we going to be there. We know we already making sure, everything going to be okay. Pretty much just let me know they going to be in the building, which I knew that. But it was an experience for me because that's the first time that I've had that type of communication with a spirit guide. Usually, that type of communications come from my ancestors, so that was different. Let's see, was that? Whew, so we gonna go trans.
And it was different from me if I speak on it because me and her was just talking, and then all of a sudden it was like I said, "Who is this?" I didn't know. I was like, "Who is
Yeah.
this person? Do you know who this person is?" And then they explained to me who she was. So and then I provided the message. Mhm.
But the funny thing is, when she was telling me who it was, I saw them. I was able to describe her to a T, and I ain't never seen this lady even know anyone by that name. But so yeah, that's what was that. Um, Work is still work. It's still a lot of shenanigans at work. And Jazz, I know you say I gotta dot my I's, cross my T's, but nah, fuck, like I own my shit. So it's not that. And remember the situation. I'm gonna give a quick backstory. So I had a little boy that was in my home for a while, and um, remember us three ladies, we had a conversation that one night, and Jazz also knew who the little boy was. So I found out the foundation of him being in my home, and it does have to do with one of my coworkers. But the coworker is somebody that I don't fuck with. Mm-mm, they messy. I don't do messy. So I pretty much told my team, like, did that. I don't want them to come to me for nothing. Um, but with that being said, I also understand why my mama keep telling me shut up. Well, she don't tell me shut up. She be like, Baker make, shut your mouth. She don't want me to say nothing. But I understand that because although there are some coworkers right now that watch our podcast and follow me on my social media outlets, um, it's like if because I really want to tell the coworker, like, this is what's coming in your family, but you being nasty, so you done blocked your blessing. But if I do that, there is going to be repercussions at work. Um,
Mhm.
uh, so I can't say nothing at all. So I can't say nothing. But long story short, yeah, it's a lot of um that cattiness that we don't do. We definitely don't do. So I just was like, okay, now I have an understanding of why my team has been like, nope, don't say nothing. Come in and do what you gotta do. Speak, say good morning, good night, and that's it. All the extra shit, don't say nothing, don't entertain it. Because I like to, y'all know I'm very verbal, like to speak up. And one coworker in particular, I've done work for her. I've done protection work for her. So I really want to say something to her because I really want to be like, you know who the fuck I am, and you want to play with me like that, but I can't do that. My mama like, nope, leave it alone, shut up, don't say nothing. What's gonna be is gonna be. So I will say, as far as that, like that's been like the most challenging thing because I like to speak my mind and speak my piece. So I haven't been able to say anything. So the timing of everything right now is interesting because shit about to hit the fan when I take my medical leave, and I and ain't nothing I can do about it. Like they've been coming to me like, oh my God, and I'm like, y'all figure it out. Y'all be fine. You know? So that's been on that side. School still maintaining a 4.0 GPA right now. Um, hit late night, early mornings. Family, everybody's good. Oh, one thing I got a question for y'all. We ain't got an answer right now, but I got a question. And Jazz, I'm sure because we've talked about this offline. How do y'all handle, or what would be your advice when you have relationships, friendships, um, that, like falling off, right? Because you always understand it. Jazz, when we first met, you said, pretty much used to tell me you can't take everybody with you, right? When you go to every level, you can't take everybody with you. Now with somebody, but like, no, I want us all to go and all to, go at the same time. But there's a situation right now where it kind of made me feel some type of way because in my opinion, they're used to the old Tiara, and the old Tiara would like basically kind of allow people to like walk over top of me and wouldn't really speak up, like really wouldn't speak up, like ain't no biting no tongue. I was like, well, oh, okay, and just let shit be. But it's like, no, you don't get to dictate my life. When I say that, it's like just because you ready to pop back in my life don't mean that I have to react the way that you expect. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, that it just rubbed me the wrong way. So yeah, tears was like, I was gonna call, but now I'm like, they sent me a message that just rubbed me wrong because I'm like, just because you ready, you don't dictate my time. Like you don't know what's going on in my life now, and I'm definitely shit. I'm not even the same person I was 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I would like to get y'all input on that. But otherwise, not everything else is good. But it's gotta stop running because now I've realized I realized where the spirits be coming in my place. Yeah. And I'm gonna leave that at that. No, Joy, we not going into that. Before you even say something, we not going into that right now. But go ahead, Jazz. Go ahead, Jazz. Say what you thinking.
I'm not thinking anything. As far as that situation, with that person or whatever, I would just say pick your battles. Um, everything doesn't everything doesn't need a response.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I always say you intuitive enough to read the energy behind the message. If it's not genuine, don't respond.
Okay.
But also check your petty meter because we all got. I call it a petty meter. Sometimes we be petty and we don't realize we being petty. So
Hmm.
check your petty meter. Like, okay, am I being petty? And I could just be nice and respond, or this person, they don't get no response from me. You feel me?
Hmm.
That's the way I look at it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everybody
that
can't
petty
get a
meter.
response out of me. Everybody can't get a response out of me.
Hmm.
But if I feel like being petty, everybody got it. Everybody got that petty meter.
Oh, absolutely.
And sometimes it's unconscious. Like, what, this motherfucker made me mad. You know what, let me just make them mad real quick. Hey, person text you for their heart out. You be like, okay, yeah, bitch. Yeah.
Ooh, shit. So I just had a damn epiphany. Okay. That's what my mama told me to shut the fuck up at work because 90% of be the petty meter because I'm be like, yeah, fuck y'all. So noted, noted,
Yeah.
noted,
My
noted.
petty meter is the toxic me, which is Latasha, my middle name. When she come out, petty, toxic, all that.
Mhm.
So I'll enjoy it.
Hey,
Enjoy it on a good day.
I wanted to say something real quick. Joy, you met, was it Joy that seen the tsunamis?
Mhm.
For the past maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 months, I keep having a recurring dream. It don't happen often, but it's happened at least once or twice a month. And I'm in the backyard with my family. It feels tropical. Like I see like the palm trees. It feels tropical. And we got like the torches lit that you stick in the ground. You know those little torches that you can stick in the ground and you can light them. And then next thing you know, we hear this roaring sound and it's nighttime. It's nighttime and we're just kind of laughing and talking. And I know it's foreign because it's like I'm not speaking English in this dream, and then I hear this rumbling, and then when I look up, it's like this black wall, like the size, it's like higher than a skyscraper. It's super tall. It's this black wall, and it comes rumbling towards us, and by the time it gets too close, and I realize it's water, it washes over us. So it was like a tsunami, but it was at nighttime and it was totally unexpected. And I mean, the wave was just so high, it was taller than the building. And
Mm.
basically, I just looked up and it looked like a black wall coming towards me because it was dark outside. But by the time I realized it was water, it it it, it hit me and I woke up. And this is the reoccurring dream I keep having.
Mm.
I'm sorry, I'm just in my head because I'm just thinking because I think the most recent one was that India, but that wasn't nighttime. I think there was just
It's
one
at
this recent
nighttime. I'm
India.
sure it's at nighttime, and
But
you
you
can
said so much
hear it.
tropical.
You can hear it, and I know it's because I could see like a crescent moon in the sky and some stars, and then all of a sudden I can't see it because it's the wave is so high, and it's like a rumble, and then by the time I realized like, oh shit, it's water, it just and that was it. I like just kind of woke up like, and it's not like a nightmare. I just opened my eyes like, but I realized that I keep having. It's like a reoccurring dream. It keep happening. It's interesting.
Mm.
But I had already, predicted all of these weather anomalies that we're having. If when I go look back in my journal, what year? 2022, 2021. Because y'all been unpacking because I just moved and I've been looking at my old journal and reading some of the inserts. I mean, all these earthquakes I wrote about. Um, I wrote about. I even got an entry in there where I said that Trump was going to run 2 terms. And this is before he even ran for president again. I
Mm.
had a I put in there that he was going to get a second term, but in the insert I couldn't figure out how he was going to do it, how he's going to pull it off, because I didn't know that you can like stop being president for a term and then be president. I didn't know you can do that because I don't do politics.
Mm.
Um, I wrote that in there. I wrote about issues with China. Um, I also wrote about more issues brewing with the Middle East. It's a lot of stuff that I wrote in these journals, and I was just writing stuff, writing stuff, and it's crazy because, like you said, now I'm starting to see everything that I was writing, and I'm thinking I'm crazy, and I'm just writing stuff, and it's funny because back then I was like, you know what, I should publish a book of my predictions, and I was like, nah, what if I'm wrong? And now I kind of wish I did it because everything I was writing and it's starting to happen now, like it's starting to roll out, like. The only
Mm.
thing that I need to perfect with my intuition is timing. My timing is not always right. I don't know how to get timing down pat. I think as I mature spiritually more, I will get timing down. I can't never get to. I'll be like, I remember I told this young lady she was gonna have a baby. I was like, you gonna find out you're pregnant next February. No, she found out she was pregnant 2 years later in February. It's like it be off. The timing be off. I'll be right, but the timing just be off.
But that don't necessarily mean that that's something on you. And I say that, and this can bring up another topic that me and Joy talk about waiting to talk to you, um, with the timeline shifts, right? So it's not, in my opinion, it's not that your timing is off because, regardless, people do, like you can give a reader, right? and somebody could could perform an action that changed the whole trajectory of their timeline to shift it to where things may not happen as they're supposed to happen. Perfect example, my damn husband. He done shifted the damn timeline. Okay, he done shifted the goddamn timeline
But
because of his
wait,
goddamn
did
own action.
he?
You know what I'm
Look,
saying?
did
But
he?
I'm not.
Hey,
But I'm gonna
did
bring it
he
back.
shift the timeline or did you shift the timeline?
No, his ass shifted the damn timeline. That might be offline conversation, but his ass shifted the timeline. So yeah, right now the ancestors in the background having conversations. Okay, because my mama tired of me asking questions. Okay,
When he coming? When he coming?
my mama tired of me asking questions.
He gonna come right when you don't expect him to come. That's what's gonna happen. You gonna meet him right when you ain't expecting to.
I mean that part may be true, but that also goes back
You
to
gonna
what.
be in the store in the middle of the night with your bonnet on, getting some damn ice cream that you telling yourself in your head you shouldn't be getting, and he gonna be right there.
And you gonna be mad. Dang, why he coming? No. But Jazz,
Okay, so okay, hold up, keep that thought, right? So y'all, perfect example. You heard what she just said. I can change that whole timeline by doing what? Not taking my ass to the goddamn store in the middle of the night to get ice cream with my bonnet on. So that's what I mean by you can change the timeline. You know what I'm saying? Like that just proved the point. But yeah, so but
No, divine timing is real. It really is.
say it again. Say it
Divine
again.
timing. You can want something all you want, but if it's not time, it's not gonna happen. And if you're not ready, especially if it's something that you're fated to do or fated to have, if you're not
Mm-hmm.
ready, you're not gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's fated to be something, you know what I mean? It's not. It'll
and
wait.
and well that's why I say the timeline shifted with my husband because it would have been if we would have met when it was originally predicted between all three of us. It would have been one of those situations where you know how you hear when you meet people it's the right
Mhm.
person but at the wrong time. It
But
would
who
have been.
said the prediction isn't true? I'm telling you, my timing be off. I gave you a month. It could be that month next year. I'm just saying, like my timing, that be the thing. Yeah, I could be like, yeah, you're gonna meet your man in January. Bitch, what January? Shit. This January coming up, January 2027. What January? That's what I'm trying to perfect. So I need to create a calendar. I
Okay,
need
so
to
y'all
create
hear
a
how
calendar.
Joy Jazz ain't listen to nothing I just said. Like I hear what she's saying, but pretty much how she be on my ass about not popping her goddamn collar. Jazz be on her shit. So I'm pretty much telling y'all she's saying that, but the whole point is when we do readings, bottom line, we do not fuck with free will. Okay, we don't do
No,
that.
no,
We do not mess with free
no.
will. So, with that being said, when we give y'all readings, there are things that y'all do in y'all day to day lives that can shift
the
a
energy.
timeline. That's what I'm
Hmm.
really trying to get y'all to understand. You know,
That
um,
is true.
so with that being, I was just giving a random example. Like, we could say, "Hey, you have a new job coming within 6 months," right? We can tell you that. However, you can show up at the interview for a job and I'm just gonna, show up in a bonnet and a t-shirt and some tennis shoes and not look professional. Your actions just shifted that whole timeline because you didn't show up prepared for the interview. That's what I mean by it can shift the timeline. Like regardless of what we tell you, but there's things that you can do, the actions that you make every single day that can just shift the whole timeline. So that's what I'm trying to say. But Jazz, don't do that. I'm popping Jazz's collar because she get on me for not knowing who I am. So yes, I understand what you're saying. That your timing may not always be on, but baby girl, no. For this, you was on point. It was because it wasn't our divine timing. Because I know for a fact my people's working behind the scene and his people's working behind the scene. Like his uncle came to me, so I already know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I second that, the divine timing. That's some real shit, and I'm learning that now.
And you know it's so funny. Every time you mention his uncle, I hear music like. So my grandmother lived in Bronx, New York, right?
Mhm.
And it was this, Hispanic corner store. And whenever you walk in, that Hispanic music be playing. Dun, 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 dun. Every time you mention his uncle, I hear that music in my head like dun, 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 dun. I'm like, okay,
So y'all know what's
girl.
real, okay?
When I
Now you
go to the
already said
Mexican
that.
supermarket, girl, I be in there jamming like waiting on my food, like.
Yeah. Mhm. So
I
that
be in
just
there
shows y'all that my
jamming.
husband not gonna look like me, okay? Y'all just heard it here
He may
on
look
live.
like you, but he can look like you and not be from here.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Depends
And
on, you know.
going back to timeline, Jazz, what do you think about before we get into what's been
Oh
going on
no,
with
hold
you?
up, time out, time out. Jazz, you ain't talk about yourself. Jazz be trying to be slick.
Oh no, I was bringing it back. That's why I
Oh,
said
okay, go
before
ahead,
Jazz thinks
go
she's
ahead.
slick and about to skip
Yeah,
her.
cause yeah, we not doing that. She trying to pull the cards out. No, ma'am. You not doing that again. You have done that too many times before. We not doing that today. We
Not
got time
today.
today. We ain't doing that.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Go
Not.
ahead, Joy. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, before we go into Jazz telling what's been going on with her, what do you think about I was telling Tiara that I feel sometimes the timeline may switch based off of the energy that's going on in the world. What do you
Mm-hmm.
think about that?
I wouldn't say so much as the energy that's going on in the world, but it could be your response to the energy that's going on in the
Mhm.
world. You think about it
Okay.
right now, everything that's going on in the world is fated to happen. Pluto done return. Y'all know what happens every time Pluto returns. It's some type of war, some type of issues. The earth is coming upon the cycle where, a lot of stuff would happen. Natural disasters would typically happen, more illnesses, more diseases. That's natural. But how do you vibrationally adjust to that? That may shift it. The
Mhm.
earth, nature, what's going on, things are happening as they should. They're just doing what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? All this stuff is cyclical. History, it's always happened since the beginning of time. These cycles come around and we go through these rough patches and then it's peace.
Mm-hmm.
Then we build back up to it and then we have like some kind of golden age or good time and then everything falls and then we go through it again. So
Okay.
that's natural. And as far as the earth goes and natural disasters, the earth is just the earth is gonna earth. I hate when people be like, yeah, the earth's vibration is low. The earth is always gonna carry a high vibration
Mm-hmm.
by
It's the
any
people.
means necessary. Okay.
And
And
she
you think
restoring
about it,
order. That's
and
all
think
I
about
said.
it though. Let's think about the human body, right? When you get sick, like let's say you got too many of the wrong bacteria in your body, or the wrong viruses in your body, i.e., people, right? So your immune system starts fighting back, and what happens? You heat up and you get a fever.
Mm-hmm.
You start sweating,
Mm-hmm.
floods, tsunamis. You get fevers, fires, volcanic eruptions, but you do things to rid yourself of those viruses. You get the shivers, earthquakes. You get the tremors, the shivers. You want to shake that shit off because you want to regulate your body because the goal is homeostasis. Same
Mhm.
thing with the earth. And sometimes when viruses, i.e., us, we be doing too much, the earth got to shake some of us off. That's when you
Mhm.
hear about like these natural disasters that's killing all these people, or all these things happening that's killing all these people. And this is just my 2 cents. Nobody has
Mhm.
to agree. But I think a lot of times, a lot of these things, they happen naturally because the
Mm-hmm.
earth, it's going to keep its vibration no matter what. Like your body's going to do whatever it takes to return to homeostasis. If it doesn't, it'll die.
Mm-hmm.
And the earth is fairly young, so its immune system is still, pretty good. How
Okay.
does the earth, what, four what billion? It's not, it's young for a planet.
Girl, don't get me lying. I don't know.
Yeah, our universe, our universe, you know, the Earth and the other planets and stuff like that. The sun, it's young, so it's gonna do what it do.
In other words, outside of what she's saying, outside of the earth is doing what it's going to do because that's its normal cycle. But the energy that everyone else is focusing on, if you're going to focus on whatever else is looking at it in the negative light versus being on the positive or making sure that you're taking in the right type of energy, that's going to affect the
Mhm.
timeline.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
Make sense? Do that make that's what you're saying, right?
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Mm. And you think about it too. A lot of time, you see a lot of people they just die of natural causes. Some people they choose to go. They choose not to advance, or they choose not to stay here. Some souls they choose to leave.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about where you are. Some
Choose to
choose to
leave and
duke it
not
out.
reincarnate.
And does that answer your question, my dear?
Hmm.
Okay. So since y'all ain't gonna let me slide, what I've been up to?
Oh hell no, we sure not.
Well, first thing I want to announce that my book is coming soon. It is like about this much done. I am finishing the last touches on the last short story in the book. The publisher is just waiting for me to just hit the send button, and my book it'll be out pretty soon. So book coming soon.
Go cop
Um,
that.
got that. And just to kind of give y'all an idea what's it about, it's erotic, it's for couples, or if you single, or whatever you like, but it's very erotic in nature. I always told myself that as a spiritualist, I didn't want to be one of them type of spiritualists that's just like fake, like, I'm only in the light, no mistake. I just wanted to be true to who I just wanted to be true to who I am, because that's the only person I know how to be. And I am very in tune with myself sexually. I have a lot of sexual energy. So instead of throwing this ass in a circle everywhere, I decided to write about it. It's the safest thing to do, right? So I just write about it, and shit, I'm a damn good storyteller, so I can't wait till you guys check it
And
out,
she
because
is. She done sent us some short stories, so she is. So we're
baby,
excited about the book. Okay.
I have a short focal group of few people who have read some of my stories in that book, and they like, bitch, when this book coming? So
Mm-hmm.
y'all gonna have to cop, because I got some fire coming. I got 3 books I'm working on. I'm finishing up. One is the erotic one. The other one is a novel that I wrote years ago. I'm just editing it. And it's got pieces of my real life in there, but it's a fiction story about a young lady who overcomes some things. And then another thing, it's just another book of some hood shit. So I'm writing all sides of me. I'm also working on a more of a spiritual type of book, giving spiritual guidance, more of a self-help book. Um, but that's to come later. So I've been working on that. I haven't been giving readings as much. I do book here and there, like my regulars come back, but giving readings haven't really been my focal point. Number one, because my health is not where it's supposed to be. For those that don't know me, I was diagnosed back in 2013 with an autoimmune illness called lupus. And what happens is that sometimes, especially when it's really hot outside, it causes a lot of fatigue. And you can see it like under my eyes. People like, Jazz, you look tired. I am. It's a lot of fatigue. So if I'm not working, I'm probably sleeping. So it's just really hard to get by. Um, I moved, so I have a new home. I manifested my new home. I spoke it into existence. I spoke exactly what I wanted every night for the price that I wanted. And people told me I was crazy. Like, you're not going to find a house in that area for that price that you're asking for. And I did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That tongue is powerful. So I moved into our new home, and I love it. I'm really enjoying it. Um, Work. I love my job. I don't have any complaints about my job. There's some chaos going on at my job right now. It's a lot of imbalance. I had some issues with some of my coworkers, but I feel we'll hash it out. At the end of the day, I don't share this often, but I am a director of nursing. And even though I'm nice and I'm easy to work with, I still have a job to do and I still have policies that I have to adhere to. So sometimes it's hard when someone really likes you and you have to, be a bit critical of something. So we're going through a little bit of a rough patch at work, but I'm sure we'll get over it. Besides, I don't have no complaints at work. Um, my relationship is good. We're going good. We still my man, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man. He get on my damn nerves sometimes, and I know I get on his, but we good. Um, Also, my son is here. He's going to Italy to play basketball at the end of
Okay.
August, but yeah, he got a contract to play with Italy for 2 years, so I'm proud of him. My 21-year-old son moved to California today, so I'm gonna miss him. And then the other kids are doing really good. The grandkids are doing good. So, I mean, despite my health challenges and my challenges, I have been a little depressed. And some of the challenges that I want challenge with my car, and stuff like that. I've had my fair share of challenges. I can actually say that life is good.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just gotta understand like these little things. You get over them. I've been through worse. That's one thing. When you have a hard life when you're younger, you don't understand. You just be like, why me? Why I go through all this stuff? Why me? But then when you get older, you look back on it. It's like the amount of lessons and the strength that you gain from it, right? So like I'm no longer mad at or upset or angry or hurt by anything that I went through because I can handle almost anything. I can handle it. It's just like my car got broke down in damn Cleveland. I thought I was stuck. Everybody panicking. I'm like, shit, it's cool. Let's
Mm-hmm.
just figure it out and find a way home. If not, I'm gonna spend another night up here. But we got it. The old me would have lost it. But besides that, y'all, I'm alright.
You're good. I got a car story too. That's funny. So yeah. But my
Okay.
kids got locked in the goddamn garage, and I had my parking ticket. So they were freaking out, and I was like, "Don't speak that negativity on me. I'm getting out. I'm getting to my car." And as I was going to the parking garage, somebody was coming out the door, and I hauled ass to grab the door so I could get in my car. So yeah,
Mhm.
understood. Oh, did y'all do the scripting? How did y'all do with that?
I was just about to mention that because, well, as we speaking about cars, um, so of course here in North Carolina you have to have an inspection done. I got my car fixed because it's been having issues too. Um, let my son go to a show. Car was looking good. I was like, I got to get this inspection done so I can pay my taxes and all this great stuff. So I let him go down and do a show. The service engine light came on and I was freaking out until it was like Tiara said, Joy, did you script? I said, oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and script. Y'all, that light went off. I went and got my car inspected
Mm-hmm.
fast because, I changed the energy that I had. So
Mm-hmm.
scripting does help. I just don't got the 500,000 yet, but it's coming. It's coming.
What you talking about? You about to get millions.
Right.
Girl, didn't I tell you earlier? Don't be playing. Don't be. What I tell you? Stop playing small. Ain't that what I said? Something along them lines. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You said
So
that.
thank you, Jazz, for that. For once, I feel like I'm not in the hot seat. That's because I learned my lesson, y'all. Okay, I learned my lesson.
Then no hot seat. What's a hot seat?
You said, "What's the
So
hot
yeah,
seat?"
we gonna get these readings popping. How we want to do this?
So we got what 12? Help me out. 12 zodiac signs, right? So
Hmm.
I just say we do something different. Just go through them, and we every third one, like instead of doing like earth signs, water signs, we just start and just whichever order we going, and just go like that through each zodiac. Am I making sense?
Yep.
I might have to
So
remember the
are we
order.
going from me to Jazz to Tiara, then me to Jazz to Tiara?
Me to jazz to T. I mean, that's fine. I was gonna go the other
Oh,
way, but that's fine.
oh yeah, do that. Do that.
Okay. Let's
No,
do
when
it.
I said the other way, I thought it was gonna go joy me
Wait,
then
so what's
jazz.
the order?
Joy me then jazz. I mean, joy me then you.
That's fine. Either way it goes.
So you starting off with
Okay.
Aries,
All right.
Dang,
So
I'm
um,
you got
still starting
Aries.
off first.
joy. Now I will say, um, I don't have the zodiac written in order, so y'all might have to help me out with that.
I got you.
All right,
We're gonna start with the. We're gonna start with the Ram.
Aries.
and I'm using a new deck, so we about to see.
Ooh, why did I pull this one? Okay. All right, Aries. For a general read in here, what I have for some of our Aries right now, it looks like a couple of you guys are seeing seeing some situations. Um, I'm saying seeing some situations. It seems like you're looking for some answers to certain things. I'm gonna pull towards career. Um, when you're looking towards certain answers, it's showing what I'm feeling like. It's showing like you've been shown what direction you need to go when it comes to the career, but you're still questioning yourself. You're still questioning if that's the route that you need to go in. You're questioning on if it's the right decision and things like that. What I feel and what I see here is trust yourself. Believe in what you want to manifest, right? Instead of questioning like the steps that's going to get you there, right? Um, just believe that whatever you want to have when it comes to that career, whether it's vacation time, whether it's pay or what have you, that is what's going to come for you. I also see a couple of our air sign or Aries, sorry, is I don't know here. Why I'm saying I don't know here because I feel like it's an Aries that is wanting to have a baby, right? You were wanting some miracles to take place when it comes to having a baby. I don't know if you've been having trouble there. When it comes to trying to give birth, I don't know why I'm pulling towards this, but this is what I hear from spirit. Um, just continue to have faith. I see that it's coming there. For the Aries is watching. Continue to have faith. I'm not sure if maybe the previous scenarios it just wasn't the timing for you, right? But it's coming. So continue to have faith and believe that the energy that is or the time that is supposed to happen for you is going to happen. Those previous scenarios may have not been the best situation for a child to come into, right? But it will be happening for you. Just make sure that you are focusing on the right things and stop focusing on the past and what could have been, okay? Because it is blocking you with that. Hope it resonates. It makes sense.
What's the next group? I didn't hear anything. I'm sorry. I,
Taurus.
Taurus.
okay, so I was right. So, Tauruses, you guys are give up control. This group of Taurus that I'm speaking with, there's dreams that you have set for yourself, goals that you have set for yourself. However, you're trying to control every aspect of it and you're working yourself crazy. When I say working yourself crazy, like you in your feelings because it's not happening exactly how you want it to happen. And what I'm getting is you have to have faith if you know. I guess it's funny because what just came to me is what is it? Have faith the size of a mustard seed, right? So if your goal, this is the goal that you want, you know it's going to happen. You have to trust that it's going to happen. But also in this process, I'm hearing you gotta just be still and give it to God, right? Let let it be known that your prayers have been heard and it's going to happen, and be patient. Um, didn't we all just talk about how you can do things to shift the timeline? So you have to be patient and allow things to happen how they are supposed to happen. But the goals that you have set, and I'm seeing a bigger thing about a career move as well as finances. So I do see that it's going to happen, but you're going to have to be still because there's some um, parts of that journey, like you climbing that ladder, that are going to take a little longer than others. So you gotta just be still and chill a minute. Just know, have that faith and trust that everything is going to work out for you. So that's what I have for the Tauruses.
Okay, Gemini. Gemini. I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me? All right. This is about love. Um, there is a small group of Geminis. This is for single Geminis that desire love. You feel like you're lonely. You feel like you're never going to have anyone. You feel like it's not going to happen for you. But Spirit just wants me to remind you that this period of inaction is not a period of loneliness. It's not the end all be all, but it's a chance for you to take some time to free yourself from any past situations or pain or hurt or anything like that. This small group of Geminis in particular have an issue with holding on to things that they should let go, and it reflects in their energy, and you carry that energy with you into every situation or relationship that you go in, and that's why they are not working. But Spirit is saying that during this pause, this time to be alone and reflect, you're going to find that freedom that you've been looking for, to let the past go so that you can move on. And you will. You're going to meet a partner, um, and you are going to find that happiness that you've been yearning for. Maybe a Taurus or a Leo. All right. Um, Next sign is Cancer.
All right, Cancer. So Cancer, what I have for you guys is, it seems like some of our cancers are dealing with some personal issues. I'm pulling towards for family here. Um, with the personal issues that I see going on, I'm not sure if there is some conflicts that's been going on within the family when it comes to maybe your children or maybe even a spouse there. Um, where it's creating some separation within the family. Um, right now, Spirit is saying that it's time to kind of sit still and do nothing. It's time for you guys to kind of go inward, right? Instead of lashing out and just saying whatever you feel like you need to say at the time, it's time to be silent. Because I think what's going on with some of our cancers is because you have this tension there or these issues that's going on. Instead of just kind of pulling back, you're pushing everything out, which is causing the issues or causing the tension and the separation. So right now, time for you guys to kind of do nothing, sit still, get to yourself. I also feel like some of our cancers, it's time for you guys to cleanse. Whether there is a spiritual bath, whether there is sitting in meditation, just getting back to who you are, clearing your energy, clearing out things that you are intaking. Even I would say some of the cancers maybe going on a fast who's dealing with some issues there. Um, so you can come back and you can come back with clear thoughts, um, in the direction that you need to move in as far as trying to resolve some of the issues you've been dealing with. I also see some of our cancers is going through some changes there, and that could be with the family issues that's causing the tension there because of these changes. It's uncomfortable for you guys. So um, sit still, do nothing, meditate, cleanse yourself so you can come back and you can think with like or be guided in the right direction, on how you need to address everything. Once that is done, I do see that everything is going to be working out for you. A lot of the personal issues are going to reach a resolve when it comes to the issues that's going on now, but you have to make sure that you are cleansing yourself and you are taking a step back here. All right, Cancers, that's what I have for y'all.
Okay. And I'm ready. I have Leos, right? Okay. So for the Leos, I this is a love. It's love and kind of like self-reflection. I'm getting that there are some Leos who are single right now, and you're looking to step back out there and start dating. The main message that I have for you is be sure to leave your past in the past. Do not bring up what broke you into a new relationship. Make sure that you are fully healed. And also, I'm getting at a few Leos that are in this situation right now where you want to date. You're questioning yourself. You are enough. So I challenge you to start uh, saying that to yourself in the mirror every morning, as Jazz said many times, and we talked about on this. On the podcast, tell yourself that you'll love you. Say I love you to yourself 11 times in the mirror. And as Jazz says, do it butt naked, so you can love all of you because you are enough. And until you have that understanding, you are not going to fully trust yourself to get into another relationship with someone. But just know it's going to come. Right now, I say have some time with you so you can understand exactly what it is that you want and you don't want, moving into a new relationship. And also, believe in the impossible. I'm getting that there's a Leo that's kind of, you don't have to settle. You do not have to settle. What you want, granted, now, pause. Nobody's perfect. We all know that. However, if there's a list that you have, you'll find somebody that may check everything off the list, right? But it might be like a half of one thing. I'll just use that example. Like if you want someone that's like, oh, that's 6 feet tall, you're gonna have someone that's significantly taller than you. So if you're 5'4", you'll meet somebody that's 5'11". That's considered still tall. They may not be 6'2", but they're taller than you, right? You can put heels on and still have them be taller than you. So that's what I mean by that. Because I feel that you want this check off list, but you're also doubting yourself, saying, I'm never going to find, I'm never going to find my husband because nobody's going to check off this list. There's someone out there for you, but you have to first trust and believe in yourself and love yourself enough to get through that self doubt to understand that there is someone that's coming for you. Okay, Leos.
Virgo. I think love is the subject of the night. This is another love subject. Virgo. These are for Virgos who might be in a, and this could be for friendship too or a romantic relationship. But in this situation, you are doing too much and your partner's not doing enough. So it's creating an imbalance in the connection that the two of you have. Um, and a part of the reason for that, Virgo, is not necessarily your partner's fault. The issue is that you're too rigid. You're not flexible enough to allow your partner to step up. It's like you won't trust that your partner has what it takes to balance you out. So you typically just take on more than you should really be taking on. Loosen up and allow your partner to meet you where you are so that y'all can love each other properly. And that's all I have for Virgo. Oh yeah, you might be dealing with an Aries or a Leo. All right, we are at Libra.
Lord, I thought my mic was unmuted. So sorry. Okay, Libras. So Libras, what I have here, it is in the relationship area. So love again, like Jazz said, is the theme. I do have some finances as well that's here. That I'll speak on as well. But Libras. I see that a couple of you guys that are in relationships are questioning your person. Um, and the reason for questioning the person, it just seems like something is off, right? Um, it's something that's off with them, and you cannot figure out exactly what it is. Like you cannot put your finger on what it is. What I have for the Libras that's dealing with that is I think you guys need to just sit down and have a conversation on the direction that you guys want the relationship to go into. I do see that there is a couple of issues when it comes to the relationship where the person may not be all the way in. And I do hate to say that for a Libra that's dealing with that, but I don't see that they're all the way in. And that's why the conversations need to be had. Um, I think once you guys have the conversation on the direction you want the relationship to go in, it'll be more clarity there. And I do see that there may be some challenges still when it comes to relationship on trying to figure things out. But I do see that it'll be working out for you all. It just has to have communication. That's what the issue is. Complete the communication because that person, they're like, I don't know if I'm all the way in, but they don't really know if you all the way in for real either. So it's just being clear on what you want to do and what direction you wanted to go into. Also, I see some of our Libras have been questioning the direction when it comes to finances for you all. Right now for the Libras, I do see finances. It's looking pretty good there. I do see a couple of our Libras are dealing with spending. And that may be because of, see, spending, emotional spending. And that's probably because you spend it because you don't know what's going on in your relationship. So just make sure that you're working on your finances when it comes to spending, and not just spending because you feeling emotional and you don't know what to do, right? Other than that, I do have finances looking good for our Libras here as well. All right, that's all I have.
Okay, so Scorpios are next, and it definitely is a love reading. This is for some Scorpios that are in a relationship. Your relationships right now are being tested. However, the reason why it's being tested is because I feel for this group of Scorpios in your relationship, y'all have had some trials and tribulations, okay? Y'all have had some roller coasters where y'all worked things out and came back together and gotten stronger. However, For this particular group of Scorpios, you have to let go of the past. Because what I'm getting and also hearing is every time there's a disagreement, the first thing you do is go back to some shit that happened 5, 6 years ago. You can't do that. You cannot do that. Actually, let me rephrase that. You can do whatever you want. However, it's not going to be healthy for your relationship. If you've forgiven someone and y'all have moved past that point in your relationship, do not bring up the past, because what I'm getting is your partner feeling like, well, damn, we done talked about that. We done moved past that. But every time there's a concern or issue, they keep throwing it up in my face. So I say it's time for y'all to release that negativity. Also, get out of your head, because you're questioning this other, I'm getting some financial things that are going on as well within the relationship. So I don't know if you guys have set a type of a particular budget or goal. Okay, maybe y'all have like, you, some people are this advanced, but I'm getting that maybe you're setting a budget for like Christmas spending and holiday shopping, and maybe the accounts are being checked right now. You're like, oh wait, we're supposed to be at 1,000 and I only see $989. Like, yeah, Scorpios is not going to be to an exact T, but you're nitpicking. I'm getting that there's some of you that are really, really, really nitpicking, and you're also making goals um solo. When I say solo, I'm getting that you maybe have a higher salary than your partner, and you're doing things based on your budget, not the combined budget of both of y'all together. So definitely release the negativity, stay the course, but have, in whichever planning that you guys are doing, make sure it makes sense to the both of you. You're not calculating, doing calculations in your head, that you're actually having a conversation with your partner, to make sure you guys are on the same page. And I see once you do that, y'all will, because I get a new start is coming, so y'all will be able to truly reset your relationship to move on in the future, and everything is going to work out. The outcome that I have is a win-win. So once you do that, unfortunately, you gotta take a look at yourself in the mirror. Not necessarily point the blame, but also see where you can take accountability for your actions as well. But definitely, Scorpio, stop throwing the past in your partner's face, please and thank you, because they're getting tired of it.
All right, I am on Sagittarius. So Sagittarians, um, this is about worrying. Um, this is about worrying about a lot of things. You're worrying about things going wrong in your current life. You're worried about things going wrong in your relationships and everything like that. And um, it's causing you to be feel stagnant. It's causing you to feel like girl. I'm sorry, y'all. He is recording. Y'all up and now. I'm sorry, y'all. She was like, I want my snack now. I don't care what you doing.
Come on, see,
But
the baby show up every time. It's okay.
but for Saggies that are worrying about everything that's going on in your lives, you don't have anything to worry about. Light's going to shine on everything. I think the reflection is deeper for Sagittarians. Why? Why do you have all this worry? Why aren't you trusting that everything is going to work out as it should? Where's your trust at? everything is going to happen as they should. I mean, look at the final card. It's a pretty card too. I don't know if you can see it, but it's the sun card. But it's such a pretty card. Everything's going to work out like it should. So stop all your worrying and just know that everything is going to be fine. I'm also getting for a small group of Sagittarians too. You need to rest. You're doing too much. You need to rest and do some much needed self care. Take care of yourself. I'm hearing, drink your herbal teas, eat healthy, do things to keep your energy pumping. So I will be well, Saggy. That's all I got.
All right, Capricorn. So Capricorns, what I have for you is more so it looks like finances and career for you Capricorns. Um, Capricorns. I need you guys to focus on releasing expectations. Um, and I'm gonna pull towards worrying because releasing expectations. So with releasing the expectations, it's causing it is giving you that note there is because you guys are worrying about finances. I don't know why you're worrying about the finances. It's like you feel like you should have more than what you should have. Um, because I see that a couple of our Capricorns is wanting to make some different moves when it comes to career wise, when it comes to like the direction you want to go on in your life. Um, let that go. Let those expectations go. Breathe, 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 breathe. Um, Stop holding everything in your hands. Like it's really time right now for our Capricorns to make sure that you're focusing on releasing control, right? And releasing control and letting spirit, the universe, or whatever you subscribe to, God, direct you, the divine direct you in the direction that you need to go into. Because it's causing you to have a lot of worry. It's causing you to question where you currently are. It's causing you to question your finances, your career, everything that kind of is supposed to make you not even make you happy in this lifetime, but sustain you right when it comes to finances in your career is causing you to question that because you are trying to control the scenario. Um, it's going to work out for you when you release that control. Take a deep breath, look at the bigger picture, understand that finances are going to be good because I have the finance card. It looks like you guys who are worried about finances, there's going to be money that's going to be coming from unexpected places that you didn't even think money was going to come from. But because you're worrying about it, it's not being driven or given to you. Because you're worrying about the career and the direction you want to go in the career, it's not being given to you because you're worrying too much about it and you're trying to control the scenario. So release that control, breathe, just let it flow, and once you do that, then everything will flow the way it's supposed to flow for you, Capricorns. All right.
You ain't have to come for me like that. And I know it ain't even you. I know my mama telling me to shut the fuck up and stop asking goddamn questions. Stop. Give me what you say you want to give me. Stop playing with me. But anywho,
That's
um,
fine.
we gonna leave that. Yeah, we gonna leave that alone. All right, ma, I got it. I wish I could show y'all my candle right now. But I mean, I'm a Capricorn. Mine be going 1,000 miles per minute. But anywho, so
Release that control, girl.
well, yeah, you know what? That's why they sit my ass down. But that's a whole nother conversation offline. But all right. So for the Aquariuses, what I'm getting, I feel there's a group of Aquariuses that want to make a career shift, and you scared. When I say you scared, um, it's hindering you. You got to work through that fear because I do see once you make this move that you've been thinking on, it's going to work out for you. And I feel the reason why you're scared to walk that path is because it's outside of your comfort zone. It's something you never thought that you would be never thought that you would want to do. It's completely out of left field. You're following your purpose, and it's feeling uncomfortable, Aquarius is. But it's going to be okay. Um, and then it's also another group of Aquariuses. As I'm getting that. There's a group of Aquariuses that need to like, this is self reflection. So this is all about you, no specific area. I guess you can call it general. But you are someone that likes to um, reap the benefits of any situation, right? Whether it be a person, um, a type of business deal. You're one. You've been the type of person that be like, well, I'm like the Denzel meme says, I'm coming up out of here with something, right? Um, However, but in this season that you're in, it's forcing you to give rather than take. So, and I'm just going to use this as an example. Let's say if you were someone that will look down on a homeless person, instead of giving them your change, you might be like, I'm not doing that. They can get a job just like I'm get a job. But in this season, you're being called upon to be that giver, to humble yourself, because there's a lot of people, right now, especially like in this economy, anybody can lose their job today or tomorrow and be set back. There are people that live paycheck to paycheck. There are people that are more fortunate that don't have that. However, um, but there could be a situation. It's calling you to take a reflection, so you will not be in a situation of those that you judge. I'm gonna say that. So, Aquarius, I'm gonna say, for the group of y'all, step out on faith, walk into your purpose, because it's going to work out for you. The main thing for those that are walking into their purpose, you have to have that confidence. You got to believe in yourself. Um, so walk with that confidence on that other side and what it is that you're supposed to be doing here on this physical realm. And then the other group of of Aquariuses that I see, it's time for you to humble yourself. You're somebody that frown upon or look down upon other people, mainly because of materialistic things. And if you don't shift that, you gonna be humbled real quick, real quick. So that's what I have for the Aquariuses.
Be humble, sit down. Oh, well, I don't know the real words, but be humble.
If you're talking, you're muted. Oh, she just.
Hmm. So this is for Pisces, and this is about love. Um, I see an engagement or a wedding coming up, or a engagement or wedding that recently happened. And I feel like this group of Pisces, they're just excited to see what's new to come, what's happened. They're ready to share their love and appreciation to the world per se. They felt like they found true love. On the other hand, though, this marriage, this connection, this relationship is going to force you to deal with some things that you haven't dealt with. It's going to bring some things to the surface. That prime example would be like, and you may be dealing with it. You may be married to a Cancer or an Aries. So I got Aquarius, Cancer, and Aries here so far. But like maybe addictions. Like if you like, I'm getting a Pisces with like a drinking problem, or a smoking problem, and your spouse might say, "Hey, this is our ultimatum. You need to fix this issue because it's causing issues in our connection." So don't be surprised if something like this comes up where you're going to have to deal with some of your addictions or your demons or things of that nature. And just remember that you have carnated with this person to evolve. So I think whoever this specific group of Pisces is, it's this relationship where you've been through a lot in this relationship. You finally got it right and came together to get married. And all these lessons and challenges are coming up because the two of you are meant to evolve together. You might have some issues and some addictions that you need to work on. What is the outcome? You haven't had children, maybe a pregnancy coming up. Um, but Spirit is telling me that if you do not work on these addictions, you don't work on these addictions, the past may come to haunt you and it can cause a split. So take the much needed time that you need to really work on and hone in on some of these issues and things that you're going through, Pisces. Other signs you may be dealing with is a Taurus or a Capricorn. That's all I have.
I like that way better.
I do too. It went much smoother.
Yeah, I like that way better.
It went much smoother. Well, everybody, that concludes our show and our first season. So we'll be back in a few weeks to run again for season two. So you're going to be seeing some people return, hopefully some new faces. Before we get off, I would like to wish Tiara well with her the stuff that she has to handle that she mentioned earlier. So
Thank you. Thank
everybody
you.
get together and send these two young ladies some love. Joy some love on her budding music career. I see some producing coming up and some more talent coming in. Um, and Tierra, girl, that husband gonna come, baby. That husband coming, Bookie. I could feel him. He like right there. He like right there. I don't know what the fuck he waiting for. He like right there. I'm like, nigga, knock on the door. Come in. Shit, she is waiting for you.
But I gotta laugh though because how Jazz get to tell me, but when I tell you my mama be shutting Joy down, like I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that.
Because she know you're gonna look for it.
Mm.
Yeah, she know you're gonna look for it. I'm telling you, that man gonna come when you ain't looking. I repeat, he gonna come when you ain't thinking about it. Watch. You're gonna be in the store at night eating some damn ice cream you probably shouldn't be eating with a bonnet on and no glasses, squinting because you can't see without your glasses like this. Read the label like this. Probably with your pink fluffy robe on and your house shoes because you slid out of bed and ran to the store, and then he gonna be looking at you like you're the finest thing in the universe, and that's gonna be your man.
Ooh, you know what? I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. But another thing that we want to say. So please email us, DM us on our platforms if there's any topics that we discussed in season one that you would like to for us to dig deeper. If there's any topics that you would like to know more about, we do have some topics that we did not talk about in season one. That we will be discussing in season two, i.e., like the NDE near death experiences. I know that's something that that is
It's my
definitely a topic
passion.
that's coming up.
Yeah.
So if there's any topics, any feedback, anything, send us some love. You know, y'all got the email. Y'all can DM our page on Instagram as well as TikTok, or you can reach out to us individually because this is not something, and I really need to say this. This is not something that we're doing for fame, or we're doing for the recognition. Like Jazz and Joy, real talk, are like my sisters for real. Like we do this for y'all, but we really communicate behind the scenes. Like you just heard Jazz say, life been life, but we got our own group chat. We always checking on each other, making sure everybody's straight. So that's one thing. I don't know why I felt I need to say that, but that just spoke to me. So I love y'all for real. Y'all know I tell y'all that every time we chat. And we not, yeah, this ain't just for show. You know what I'm saying? Like We sisters for real. Like we in this. So but yeah, I just wanted to share that, and I don't know why I feel like I'm ready to cry right now. Yeah, it's time to take my ass to bed because I'm tired.
Girl,
But
you
real
about to
quick,
make me cry, girl.
one more thing, Tiara, and I just want to tell you, and this is important because I think sometimes we worry about the wrong thing. When I met my boyfriend, I was 4 or 5 months past the retwist. I needed a retwist. 4 or 5 months past, I had like a bush up under my hair. I had on some dusty, dirty, old, tight, stretched pants and a dingy t-shirt. Okay, and they ain't stopped no show. Okay, you'll know when you see him. All right.
We gonna continue this offline, but I'm also gotta laugh because I went and got my hair done on Sunday. You see, y'all see that fresh grid? Shout
Who
out
is
to
that?
my loctician, DMV Locks,
Oh,
Tamika. Y'all see that fresh grid? Yeah, I went and got my hair done Sunday morning,
Yeah,
baby. That's maybe why I'm tired.
it'll be time for me here soon. I need to get one in a few weeks because want to
But you
go
know
right.
what?
But
I receive that. I receive that because I am somebody that, when I have in my mind how I want shit to go, yeah. So
I'm
I'm a
telling you, it's
chill.
not going to go the way you want it to go. I promise
Oh,
you it won't.
receive.
With that
With
being
lovely
said,
Dewan sat down.
remember everybody to take time to love on yourselves. Tell
Mm.
yourself you love yourself 11 times in the morning, 11 times at night. Look at yourself naked, dance naked. Enjoy life, love yourself. Eat healthy, eat your fruit, drink your herbal tea.
Mind your business. I'm sorry.
Mind your
not the
motherfucking
mother.
business.
I was about to say, motherfucker.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Bye, y'all.